Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, however this video finds you. I hope it finds you well. And yeah, hunters, welcome back to the channel where we break down monster parts, dodge cart fees, and pray Capcom doesn't nerf our mains into oblivion. Now, before we get into this director's letter, I gotta admit, I'm still shocked. Yeah, I'm still driven to make Monster Hunter content. Normally my gaming ADHD, it'll make me bounce between games faster than a dual blade main on a sugar rush. So somehow, some way, this game still has me hooked, and I'm grateful for that. I mean, for me, somebody that's enjoying solo leveling season 2, it's finger quote unquote peak right now, and I'm still out here thinking about Monster Hunter builds instead of just watching Sung Jin Woo flex on everybody. Like, that's how deep it still is for me, and I think it's cool. Anyway, I digress. Capcom really just hit us with layered weapons, performance fixes, and some balance changes that could either bless or betray us. Plus, there's some talk about this update reviving the dwindling diverse player base. I mean, I got that in a recent, or the last comment from the last video. I appreciate the person that put that in there. It's a good point. But listen, I'm part of that new diverse player base, so that's kind of cool. Like, y'all gotta know, like, I've been shunned by my NBA 2K squad for picking Monster Hunter slaying over VC scams, but there's only 24 hours in a day, and I'd rather spend, the time that I have hunting than grinding for virtual sweatpants, at least for right now. With that said, we're also going to keep an eye out on the community's reaction this weekend. Like, will the update actually bring in new blood, or is it just Capcom throwing us a flashy distraction? So let's break that down. Leading off again with the layered weapons. I know that's a big one. Like, this could be a revolution in the game, hopefully a little bit, at least for some time, because finally it's no more just looking like a clown just because your weapon is ugly. You know what I mean? Now you can fight and flex without sacrificing stats. This update separates the hunters from the hype beasts. So I'm just saying, I better see y'all looking fresh out there. No excuses at this point with this update. Then we have performance and UI upgrades. Like, our frame drops finally extinct. We've all been there. You line up for a perfect counter, you're about to style on the monster and do your thing, and then you get some lag, or the frames drop, your attack whiffs, and now you're getting launched into the next week. Well, Capcom heard us, and they're supposedly putting in work to make the game smoother, less UI jank. I know some people might actually not like this. Again, I think if they can just work and continue to iterate on the UI, it'll be a good thing overall, making faster menus and hopefully no more losing a clutch moment because the game decided to hiccup. Will it actually be a game changer? We'll have to see. Now, weapon balancing, buffs or nerfs? Who's eating, who's starving, basically. All right, let's talk about the balance. So Capcom says they're adjusting weapons for better gameplay, but we all know, like, that can go bad. That's something that goes across a lot of games, I think. If you don't buff or nerf or balance a game correctly, it could be make or break, basically. So, like, for example, great main swords, or great sword mains, excuse me, are they gonna eat good or get nerfed? Dual blade users, are they still button mashing to victory? Light bowgun spammers, is it time to learn how to dodge, basically? And I know they're gonna look into the gun lance for sure. I think Rage Gaming was talking about that, and I can't wait to see. It shall be interesting. Like, I need to know, is the balance update going to shake up the meta, or is it just going to be something Capcom is throwing us a bone for? Y'all let me know in a comment who's getting buffed and who's about to get that suffering treatment. And we have, like, the much discussed difficulty changes. Like, are we gonna actually get a real challenge in this update? I've seen it myself. Monster Hunter fans love the discourse behind the difficulty. Some say World and Rise were too easy, others say older games were just clunky and not hard. So what's Wiles gonna do? Are we getting smarter, more aggressive monsters, or is Capcom gonna scale things back so everyone gets a participation trophy? I'm willing to bet we're gonna get the smarter, more aggressive monsters. I think they may balance out with the buffing and the nerfs, the actual hunters themselves. So it should be interesting. We'll see if the directors really heard the community. Because let's be real, Monster Hunter's always had a specific type of fan base, but Wilds has been doing a lot to bring in new players. And according to some folks in the community, again, this update is supposed to boost the dwindling diverse player base, hopefully. But listen, for example, I'm the diverse player base. Y'all know I come fresh off of getting tired of games like 2K with its recycled nonsense, and now I'm deeper into games like Monster Hunter. I'm with it. I've accepted the sauce of it all. But what about everyone else? Will this update actually make new players stick around, or is it just another hey look we listen moment from Capcom? We'll see how folks react this weekend, you know, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, before we get out of here, we're getting closer to 1,000 subscribers. We still got a way to go, but I'm grateful for everybody and all the new subscribers. And when we do hit that milestone, we're gonna do a special giveaway to celebrate the community we're building here. So for more details, that'll be coming soon. But just know it's gonna be some Monster Hunter heat, and that I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this journey, especially since I usually can't sit still on a game for this long like this. But we are here, so just stay in the loop, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below which weapon needs a buff the most, you know, simple, and go ahead, run them numbers up please for me. And that's all basically we have for today, hunters. We got drip updates, performance fixes, and some balance changes that could make or break the meta. But the real question again is, will this actually bring in new players, or is it just like a hype moment? We'll be watching the reaction this weekend. So until next time, happy hunting, stay safe, and peace.